It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the lovable Roker shares his inauguration triumph and gives Wendy a lesson in weather forecasting. Plus, a hair-raising visit from the wild animals of Seaworld and Busch Gardens. And all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Great. This show is so chock full of stuff. We have a vulture here. And a sloth. And then Al Roker's here. And then I have and then Jennifer Hudson says that Idol should be over. And Ice-T and Coco are talking babies. And Whitney Houston's mom, Sissy, is talking Whitney. And you won't believe some of the things that she says. So let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. My co-host, I heard your reaction when Marco told you right before the show started, they were informed that there's a vulture here, it's gonna fly around. Well, you know, vultures are like, first of all, aren't vultures about as big as this? And they spread their arms like that? And aren't they the last thing you see before you die? And then when you're dead, aren't those the ones that pick the meat off your bones? I am so changing into flats and track pants. And then that sloth. Do you smell a sloth? They're really smelly. I didn't even know sloths, I thought that was mythical. I can't wait to get the animals out here. But anyway, did you watch American Idol last night? Well, then you learned what led up to the big Nicki-Mariah blow-up. It turns out that Nicki was upset that both Mariah and Randy were discussing a contestant, and I guess left her out of the fray or whatever, and Nicki huffed and puffed and rolled her eyes and then walked off. She lost it. Take a look and then we'll talk.
You guys...
First of all, that was a good walk away. When I saw it last night, I said, oh, she's got bedhead. You know when you fall asleep on a plane and you gotta pull your hair out, but that's a part of her style. So here's my thought. I didn't care about any of that. What I really was thinking is that, Mariah, you have to start giving us more looks. Like, and I'm a Mariah-nista, and it's really fun to see you every week, how you talk and you know what you're doing and everything, but all you do with your hair is a center part or a side part. But if you're gonna be on TV every day, isn't it important to change it up? I mean, I'm not suggesting wearing wigs, but I know that even Jennifer Lopez, she'd do a top knot and a side swoop, and sometimes it would be longer, and sometimes it'd be curly, sometimes it'd be bone straight. I know this is only our second week seeing you, but I'm praying that you switch up your look, because it's pretty, but it's very boring. It's not entertaining us. You've got to entertain with your look. I mean, for me, I often wonder whether I would be a wig wearer if I didn't require wigs. Now, you know I have thyroid disease, so my hair is very thin, so I actually wear wigs because it's a requirement of, I'm not bald, but it's just not the showgirl hair that I want. So if you can't have the hair you want, then you buy it. But, yeah. And I like to switch it up every day. You know, when I first started wearing wigs, I would wear the same one all the time to you know, fake it like it's real hair. You know, this is before I came out of the closet with the wigs. You know, I would wear the same wig every day and I would tilt it the same way every day and the whole bit. But now I love the wigs and I love to be able to change it up. Also, talking about American Idol is Jennifer Hudson. And I guessed it right away. She's speaking out against the show. I smell sour grapes. sorry, Jenn. She told celebbuzz.com that she thinks it's time for the show to go off the air. Why? Jennifer says everything about Idol, she says that everything has its time, and Idol should have gone off the air while it's relevant, and so she doesn't want American Idol to be on anymore. I mean, I'm thinking you just don't want people to continue to win and, you know, do that whole bit. Oh, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, when are you getting married? I mean, that's like the $5,000 question, right? She and David were supposed to be planning their wedding. Remember, it was originally supposed to be at Oprah's estate or something like that. And are you still wearing an engagement ring? Do some research. Let's find out. Okay. I'll get back to you tomorrow about that. Let's move on. Yes, thank you. Now, I got to work this morning, and you know, they're always showing me clips because I can't possibly watch everything on TV. So they showed me, the staff showed me a clip from yesterday's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire starring Meredith Vieira. And it was cute because I helped a lady win $7,000 and didn't even know it. Take a look.
In 2012, what talk show host wore a wig a day in May to celebrate her 500th episode? Ellen DeGeneres, Wendy Williams, Kelly Ripa, Chelsea Handler.
I have a feeling. But I'm not really sure. So I want to ask the audience.
Okay. Audience, Amy needs your help. 74% say Wendy Williams. Is that what you were feeling?
That is exactly what I was feeling. So B, Wendy Williams. Final answer.
Good old Wendy Williams. You got it.
Now I need my cut of the money. Thank you. Hi, Meredith. Meredith is leaving at the end of the season of Millionaire, and the rumor is that Regis Philbin might be taking her place. I just want him to sit down and relax. Only because Regis, like, I love you. I just feel like, you know, well, because you're the same age as my dad, and all, you know, I just feel like, you know, you should have a luxurious, leisurely life now. You guest spot on TV shows, but nothing that makes you have to get out of the house every day. Just, Joy, talk to your husband. Now, about Ice-T and Coco. Well, the drama seems to have passed over them. You know, the pictures that we saw, Coco got involved in 2 separate photo scandals, but it seems as though all is forgiven, and I'm glad about that. In Touch magazine is reporting exclusively that they're now planning to have a baby. She's not pregnant yet, but when she finishes doing Peep Show in Las Vegas, that's the plan. When she comes, I told you she's doing Peep Show. She does Peep Show. You know, Holly Madison is having a baby right now. Holly normally does it, and so now, anyway, and Coco wants to, she wants a baby girl. She wants to name the baby Chanel. And she also wants the baby to grow up and be a lawyer. I think that, you know, I've always believed babies don't save marriages. You have to have something there, you know, ahead of time, something to work on. I think that these two have what it takes to work their way through this. Besides, she only took, that we know of, 2 seemingly guilty pictures with 2 men out in Vegas, but we only gasp because she's a woman and women can't get away with that, especially when you're a bombshell like that. I mean, let's look at Ice-T. I don't know anything, but I'm just suggesting he's no angel. So let bygones be bygones, and then you will have Spartacus and Maximus and a baby, and I think it'll be great. But there's one other thing I think you need to do, though, when you get back to Jersey. Coco, you need to erase your Instagram. No more big booty shots. I mean, she has Thong Thursday. Yeah, and she has Breast Tuesday. And if you look on her Instagram, there are all kinds of pictures of absolute total nudity. Absolute total nudity. And I know that that's how Ice-T met her. You know, she makes her money off of her body and, you know, that whole bit. But that becomes real old and crazy. You guys have been married for 10 years now. This is how you want your wife to be out there. See, people touch Ice because they think it's okay based on how she presents herself on her Instagram and in public. So I think having a baby would be great, but you know, there's some behavioral cleanup that needs to be done in that marriage. Yeah. And so, New Year's Eve, did you guys read about Sofia Varga and her fiance and that mess that happened at the nightclub? Plus, we talked about it here on the show. Well, her fiance, Nick, and she have been seeing a couples counselor before getting married, which I don't know how you feel about that. Like, I think counseling is great. I think counseling is great and definitely needed, but if you have to see a couples counselor before marriage, then maybe this is not the relationship. The Star magazine is where I got the information. They decided to get some professional help after the New Year's Eve debacle at the nightclub that they went to that was once owned by, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be getting upset. But this is very upsetting to me. This is a very, let me just get the story out, okay. They went to this Miami nightclub on New Year's Eve, okay? She and there's her fiance, Nick. The nightclub is owned by her former boyfriend that she was with for several years. They were so involved with one another until he did something criminal and ended up having to do jail time. This same guy, Chris, down here, used to date Madonna. Now, of all the nightclubs in Miami, Sophia, why would you want to party at your ex-boy? I know that you're not thinking, let me go around him so he can see what he's missing. I know that's not what you're thinking. And Nick, what kind of man are you that you would even want to darken the doorstep of her ex-boyfriend's nightclub? Like, you all really I'm just a little disappointed at it. I just very disappointed. Mostly I'm just disappointed. You know, and then she was not cozying up, but they were talking close. She and the ex who owned the nightclub. This is where the fight happened. And then she lost her top and she had a nip slip. You see the dress, that dress is from New Year's Eve, so that little top came down. So Sophia's talking to the boyfriend, and you know how you talk after midnight, right? talking to the ex-boyfriend who owns the nightclub, right? Nick sees this, and you know how angry you get once the truth serum gets in you. Nick gets angry and goes over, and there's a shoving thing. She tries to get in the middle and falls on the ground and loses her tie. It was just a mess. What were you doing in the club to begin with? Anyway, let's move on. So, everybody's still talking about the inauguration. But particularly, you know, people are now talking about this clip of Michelle Obama rolling her eyes at Republican Speaker of the House, John Boehner. It went viral. We have it for you, so let's play it. Okay, first of all, nobody knows why she's rolling her eyes until now. Apparently, a lip reader talked to Inside Edition, and don't you love a lip reader? I always think you guys can read lips, which is why whenever I have a guest on the couch and I go to commercial, I always talk to them like this. I do. Or I'll go like this. Yeah, reading lips. Anyway, look, a lip reader told Inside Edition that Boehner asked the president if he had had a chance to smoke a cigarette before lunch. Now, first of all, you know we don't talk about smoking when Michelle is around. You know that she doesn't like that. If he needs a cigarette to de-stress, we don't need you piping up. And then, guess what he said after that to add insult to injury? Then he tapped Michelle on the arm and told the president, somebody won't let you do it. Okay, before we roll it again, because you have to go back now and see the tap and everything, notice how the First Lady eats like she's from Jersey. Elbow on the table, shoveling the food in her mouth. I mean, and I love that about her because she eats like me and probably like you, but just not on the biggest day of your life when you know the cameras are there, First Lady. And then they didn't even, how do you, roll it again, let's observe. Just observe everything. There goes Big Mouth. Look at Michelle's elbow on the table. Then the president's smile, watch the smile disappear. Uh-huh. It's a good one, right? So anyway, Serena Williams. Oh, we don't have time for that? We have time for the inside scoop. It's time for the inside scoop. Go! Oh. And here with juicy celebrity stories from HollywoodLife.com, it's our friend, Chloe Melas. Nice outfit, Chloe.
Thank you.
Welcome back. So let's talk Justin Bieber.
Wendy, this is just getting worse and worse, okay? I'm a huge believer, and I really loved him with Selena Gomez. I felt like they had a great relationship together, but as you know, these two just can't seem to stay together. They keep breaking up and getting back together, and there is a new report out that he cheated on her, allegedly, with a girl, and here's the thing.
That model girl.
Well, okay, so there was that Victoria's Secret model, Barbara Palvin, right? He went with her to see The Lion King while they were in New York back in November. But there's a new report out there that he hooked up with another girl, and the same morning, the same day that they allegedly hooked up, he was with Selena Gomez that morning. So...
And what's this I'm hearing about Kyle Jenner in the mix?
Okay, Kylie Jenner, okay, there's a photo that's circulating that has, you know, a picture of her kissing Justin Bieber and they're holding hands, but it's not real, it's photoshopped. So he might date a Kardashian one day, you know, she's like part Kardashian, but not anytime soon. But here's the thing, so Justin has a new best friend named Little Twist, and he's this rapper from Texas, he's 18, but it seems like Justin gets into a lot of trouble when he hangs out with him. There were those photos of him allegedly smoking possibly something that he shouldn't have been, and he was with Little Twist, and then when he possibly hooked up with this new girl, he was with Little Twist. So there's a lot of people who think that maybe Little Twist isn't good for our Biebs.
Maybe Justin is really showing his true self. He's only 18 years old. He's supposed to be hooking up with several girls.
Okay, well listen, so Selena Gomez was just here in New York. She had this big UNICEF event, and she sang 2 songs at this charity event. Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River.
Forgot she sang.
And Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble. Now, Wendy, those are 2 big breakup songs. So she is sending a message to Justin saying, you know what, I am moving on and I'm done with you. Clearly, maybe these alleged affairs had something to do with it.
An affair is when you're married.
Okay, well, you know what? I thought that they were.
She's so cute, too, that Selena Gomez. She'll have no problem moving on.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay, Daniel Craig. What's going on with a James Bond movie?
Okay, so he just signed a big $49 million deal to play Bond for the next 2, but he was supposed to be Bond for the next 5. But he married Rachel Weisz, love her, actress, and they want to start a family together. But there's a new report going around that Daniel Craig thinks that Robert Pattinson should be Bond after him. So when he's done after 2016, maybe our Twilight vampire boy should be a Bond.
What do you think?
Well, listen, I think that he's really good looking.
I don't.
And I think...
I mean, I think he's very talented. But I never saw it. You girls, you love him and you love Taylor Lautner also. I don't see it in Taylor Lautner either.
Okay, but you have to be one or the other, Wendy. So you have to be Team Taylor or you have to be Team Rob. So I'm Team Rob, and I think that, look, I think I would like to see him in a few years when he's more mature. He's British, so is Daniel Craig. Maybe try to do this. Also, though, Daniel Craig has said on the record that he likes Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
And
James Bond's never been
Elba,
black.
He's awesome.
That'd be a good one.
So maybe he might play.
He's very hot.
And let me tell you this, though. Daniel Craig has said that Rihanna would make a great Bond girl.
She would.
Yeah.
She would. Okay, so Jennifer Lopez, new movie?
Yes, okay, new movie. So I was at the premiere last night of her new movie, Parker, at the MoMA, and she's a big fan of Hollywood Life. That's us interviewing her last night, our editor-in-chief, Bonnie Fuller.
Good.
And so she told us all about why she decided to choose this role, and she just felt like, you know, it's kind of a departure from other movies that she's done. She plays a real estate agent who helps Jason Statham do this big robbery, so you see her, like, fighting and shooting guns. It's really awesome.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, it's much different from The Wedding Planner. Remember that movie?
Yes.
But listen, so she came to, I love it.
Too.
She came to the carpet alone. Casper Smart, her boyfriend of a year, he didn't come. He's actually back in LA because guess who starts school today? Her two kids.
Oh.
No.
Thank you so much. Chloe, those are great stories. Thank you very much. For more information about these juicy celebrity stories, go to HollywoodLife.com. We've got a great show planned. We've got the incredible animals, including Vulture, visiting us from Seaworld. But up next, the one and only Al Roker joins us. Keep it here. During Monday's historic inauguration of President Obama, that everyone would be talking about Al Roker. Take a look.
Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President! How's it going? How's Mr. Vice President! Mr. Vice President! Hey, how you doing? Come on, can I say, come on! They won't let you! Are you, that's it! Yeah! All right! Yes! Yes! I'm done!
Please welcome the very loud Al Roker. See you.
It's good to see you. This new studio is spectacular.
Thank you. Yeah, this is your first time playing live.
You know, your audience is in high definition.
Yes.
They are even better looking than they were before.
Al, do you watch that video over and over? I love that for you.
You know, I played it for my kids, especially my 14-year-old Leela, and she goes, Dad, that's so lame.
Screaming for people.
Yeah, but he said, why are you yelling? I said, sweetie, I'm trying to get the president's attention. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. I mean, you kind of get caught up in the moment. Brian Williams, you know, the anchor of NBC Nightly News, was egging me on. He said, well, you know, anything other than some sort of acknowledgement is a total failure. And I'm like, well thanks so much.
Wait, was that you were apparently the only one screaming like a banshee?
Exactly.
But you're also,
there's nobody else around. They can't hear anything else.
But you're also the only one who got the big gets.
Well, you know, it's funny. I mean, the president was kind enough to acknowledge me in 2009.
Yes.
And so I tried again. And then Brian Williams says, well, double down. Let's see if you can get the vice president.
Well, you know, and you got that too. I heard that you are a big fan of the vice president.
Look, you know what? I don't care what your politics are. Joe Biden, to me, is a guy. Look, he lost a wife and a child early on, becoming a senator, and I think that kind of informs his life. You know, that life is so short. He embraces it. You look at Joe Biden, you know there's a guy having a great time.
Yeah.
He is enjoying himself. He loves the Senate. He loves what he does. I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with you. A loss like that is something that definitely shapes your life.
Sure.
So, but this has been a very busy month for you. You also covered the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I did. You know, you got to put on a nice jacket. You go.
And you have to scream to get people to come over to you.
Well, you know the nice thing in the Golden Globes, like we're in the one-on-one room backstage, so they're actually coming to us.
Yeah.
So I don't have to beg people to come over. You know, it's one of those things where you look at this and you get to see these people that. Yeah, I mean, somebody said, well, you know, do you really like doing this? Are you insane? I'm getting paid to hobnob with these people, get to talk to them, get pictures with them.
Yeah.
And there's those swag suites, you know. Where you get
those are the best. You get free stuff. Like
swag, you know what swag stands for?
No.
Stuff we ain't getting.
They give you good stuff, though, like iPads. So congratulations on your new book. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's called Never Going Back. Why'd you write this book?
You know, everywhere I go, when I go to speak or a charity event or something, people are always asking me about my weight loss. They want to know. I didn't think it was that interesting, you know, but people seem to be interested in it, and I thought, you know what? I didn't want to write a diet book because I had a path. I did a gastric bypass. Not everybody needs to do that. Not everybody should do that.
Right.
I don't even recommend a gastric bypass.
Is that why? Because I heard that you'd been offered several times to be the national spokesperson for gastric bypass.
I've turned down six-figure paychecks because it's a dangerous operation. 1 in 200 people die from this every year. You know, from complications or the operation itself. There are a lot of side effects. It's not for everybody. And the dirty little secret about it is, it's not that hard to eat through it. There are people, I can tell you, I've been at book signing after book signing, and somebody very heavy is coming up toward me.
Yes.
And I think, okay, they need to lose some weight. And I'm signing their book, and they lean in, and they said, I had the bypass.
Shut up!
And your heart just breaks.
Oh my gosh!
Your heart breaks. And look, I gained 40. I lost 140 pounds.
All right, this is 12 years ago when you originally
12 years ago,
Okay.
my dad was dying of lung cancer, and he said to me, and it turned out to be a week and a half before he died. He said, "The only thing I'm really worried about is you. we've been talking about your weight loss for as long as I can remember. I'm not going to be here to help raise my grandchildren. You have to swear to me. I want you to swear to God to me right now you're going to lose weight.
Oh, my gosh.
And I did. And then that afternoon when I came back to see him after work, the cancer had hit his brain. He couldn't talk anymore.
Oh.
And he was gone. And you know, it was tough. And then I lost the weight after the bypass. My mom got sick. And I gained 40 pounds back going to visit her at the hospital.
Okay, I know people in my real life who've had these various surgeries. We were just talking with Lisa Lampanelli, as a matter of fact, the other day, who had this sleeve. I love talking this talk. So, when you were at the White House,
right.
and I don't want to talk in a joking thing about the sharding.
Yeah.
I know that this is a side effect. I know somebody who this happened to in a very public, a woman at that, in a very public place. Talk about that side effect.
Look, the problem with the bypass is medically, you've got to, for the rest of your life, take a lot of vitamins and supplements.
How many vitamins do you take a day?
I take about 17.
Do you obsess about weighing yourself?
I do. I am obsessive about my weight. I weigh myself in the morning and at night, every day.
Oh, my God.
I travel with a scale.
Because you don't trust
I don't trust
the
other
calibration
scales.
of others.
Yeah, because I know what I need to. I know where I need to be. I know what numbers I want to be at. And if in the morning, I say, okay, I'm good. I know where I am. At night, even though it could be water weight, I don't care.
Yes.
That's what I live with. It drives my wife crazy, but that's what I do.
That's what you have to do. And if you eat something that doesn't agree with you,
you're going to have issues. You're going to have issues. It's called dumping. And I don't need to be any more graphic than that.
Yeah.
It explains it. So that, you know, look, when I decided to do this, I could have, you know, sugarcoated it. I could have, you know, gone over it. But people need to know that for example, one of the things people say to me, but you cheated. You took the easy way out. You had a gastric bypass. I'm sorry. No, it's not easy.
That's what Lampanelli said also. This is not easy.
No, I mean, you really want to resist going,
yes, yes.
You know, just smacking them. But, you know, people say things, and that's the thing about weight. I think it's still the last
prejudice
Accepted. That you can make fun of.
Yep, you can call somebody fatso in the street and everybody laughs.
Nobody, you know, every sitcom or movie, you want a cheap laugh, put a fat person in there, you know?
I agree.
And there are the day-to-day indignities. You know, look, I've got kids. For so long, with my oldest girl, Courtney, who's 25, I couldn't ride a ride with her at an amusement park because I literally could not close the restraining bar.
Yeah.
You know, the little thing. You're flying, and you have to whisper to the flight attendant, could I get an extender for the seatbelt? And of course, she gets on the intercom, do you have an extender back there?
Yeah, of course.
And of course, she's standing next to you. Oh, I wonder who wants that, you know.
Well, you look terrific, and I'm so glad you wrote this book. Being a weatherman must be a great job.
It's the best job going.
You always seem like you're having so much fun, and you're so jovial.
Yeah, but the joviality has nothing to do with the fat. I've had people come up, I thought you were funnier when you were fatter. I said,
haters.
Yeah. And I thought you were smarter before you opened your mouth.
Yeah, get him out. Listen, do you think you can teach me some weather girl techniques?
If I can do weather, you can do weather.
All right, well, up next, America's favorite weatherman is going to teach a girl from Jersey how to do the weather. Don't miss it. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Roker, and Al is going to teach me how to be a weather girl. All right, so what's the secret to being a good weatherman, Al?
The secret is being able to work the green screen. This is the magic of TV. In their control room, electronically, they will remove all of this green, and it allows you to put whatever you want behind it.
Okay.
So, behind you. So now, there, all of a sudden, weather map.
Okay.
See this? Big area of high pressure. And now you got big area of high pressure. We've got low pressure moving away. Now, around high pressure, it's a clockwise flow of air. So you've got air coming across the Great Lakes, picking up the moisture from the Great Lakes, and then dumping it. Now, the other thing to do, you've got to look like you're looking at this, but you're really, if you take a wide shot, you see these monitors on either side? That's what you're really looking at. See?
I see.
So
it's like cheating.
But you can't wear green. Or else
yes.
you'll in fact, hey, you in the bow tie. You in the bow tie, come here.
That's the color.
Come here. Okay,
you wore
it's
that,
only an hour show. Let's go. Come on,
you
pick
wore
it up.
that outfit, but easy, easy,
now look
easy.
at this. Look at
easy.
this.
Don't slip.
Okay, this is boom.
Wow, look at you.
What?
You know you wore that outfit just to be called up to the stage.
Wow,
You're
you're quite transparent.
Yes, yes. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you for your shirt, man.
All
Okay.
right. So, you think you're ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
I'm on my marker.
All right, Wendy the weather girl.
Okay, wait, okay.
Now, there's your map. A lot going on.
I'm meteorologist Wendy Williams with your forecast. How you doing? Cold.
You know, unlike you, a lot of you is blocking the East Coast.
I know. I'm blocking Jersey. All right,
talk
look.
about your high pressure.
Cold temperatures tonight in the Northeast.
That's not the Northeast. There's the Northeast.
In the Northeast.
Yeah.
With up to 60 inches of snow in New Jersey.
Wow. And now you're over by England.
Jersey. Clear skies in North Dakota and South Dakota, someplace over here, with a high of 79 degrees in Idaho.
See, but turn your head more to look toward there.
Look
There
at
you-
all the weather going on. You
It's
had it easy.
crazy.
Severe thunderstorms passing over the Great Lakes into Missouri. Out west, a cold
What's
front.
happening in Texas?
I don't know. I'm trying to give you the kind of weather girl I'd want to be. A cold. All right, down in Texas.
Back up. Bring him. No, back this way. Come this
Okay,
way.
it's raining in.
No, come back this way.
It's raining in Florida, but
more.
it's moving up to D.C.
A little more. Come back this way.
It's going.
And then do that move again.
Oh.
Boom!
Down here in Texas, it's a mess. It's going to be hot and muggy in the
Nobody
southeast
cares what the weather
today,
is.
with a high reaching 100 degrees in Atlanta. There's a lot of weather going on here, and that's your weather for today. I'll be back next hour with more. Thank you. Al, you got a tough job. You make it look so easy. Everybody, give it up for America's favorite weatherman, Al Roker. And Al's new book is called Never Going Back, a really good read. It's in stores now. We'll be right back. Duh. It's the short version. It's time for Ask Wendy. Hello.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Valerie. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Val. How can I help?
I'm half Puerto Rican and half Dominican, and my ex-boyfriend was black. When I was with him, my father was against it because he's very strict when it comes to interracial dating.
Yeah.
He wants me to only date Hispanic guys, but I prefer to date black guys, and I had a bad experience with Hispanic guys in the past.
Yeah, but you can't paint all Hispanic guys with the same brush.
True, but how do I get him to be more open-minded about interracial dating?
Well, you don't have time for that. I mean, if he's, how old are you, hon?
I'm 19.
All right, so you're still living at home?
Yeah.
All right, it's time for you to figure out how you're going to move out. I would live in an alley before I, you know, just so that I can have my own life.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you know, meet your guys out. Your father, either he has to get down with what you like or get out of your life. Eventually, you're going to marry somebody, and the person might be black. So there's no accounting for your father's behavior.
Thank you.
Live your life.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We have time for one more quick question. Hi.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
My name's Lisette. I have. I need some advice. I recently found out that one of my friends has feelings for me. He's very close to me, and I have a boyfriend. So I'm trying to figure out if it's a good idea to keep him as a friend, or should I keep some distance away because I don't know if he's going to try to make.
Why did he tell you that? Why do you guys tell us things like that? Like, so Lisette, this was never obvious to you all along?
I mean, it was, but I tried avoiding it.
How long have you been with your boyfriend?
3 months.
Yeah. Create a little distance between you and this guy. This is what I mean by girls and guys can't be friends. He's waiting to pounce, and you're in a relationship.
Yes.
Keep some distance, and eventually change your telephone number. I don't like it unless you're going to one day give him a chance.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
Right? Guess what? That's it for Ask Wendy. But up next, those amazing animals from Seaworld and Busch Gardens, including the vulture. It's going to fly. Our next guest is visiting us from the world-renowned Seaworld, and she brought some really amazing animal friends. Please welcome Seaworld and Busch Gardens Ambassador Jenn Miller.
How you doing?
The one time I decide to put on flats, and I'm with a 6'5" woman.
That's right.
All right, it's nice to have you here. Talk to us about, before we get started.
You know, all I can say to you is relax, have a good time, because you're going to meet some amazing animals. And you know what's going to be really great is that you are a diva. My first animals, Pete and Penny, they wear their own tuxedos. Come on out, Pete and Penny Penguin. Oh, look at this. All right, so we're going to leave Penny down there so you can see her waddle around. But this is a Magellanic penguin. They are from South America. They're warm weather species of penguins.
So that's why.
Isn't that amazing? Those are 70 to 100 feathers per square inch. Now, of course, most penguins are found where it's cold in Antarctica, and it's very difficult to have a unique encounter with them.
It's cold here in the studio.
Well, sure. But Seaworld of Orlando is opening a brand new attraction called Antarctica Empire of the Penguins, where you can see and interact with cold weather penguins like king penguins and Adelie penguins and things like that that are much colder than this particular species.
Why was I thinking that the penguin was going to be about 4 feet tall?
Because you're thinking about an emperor penguin, which is the coldest species of penguin found in Antarctica. They stand 4.5 feet. They're, and I work with those birds, and yes, they are that tall.
Well, Pete and Penny are really cute.
So far, so good. Waddle away right there, because right now, our next animal is going to make the biggest entrance ever.
I want one of your gloves.
Right, isn't it? You can use it later tonight.
Is this
okay?
is
you ready to meet one of the stars of the Blue Horizon show at Seaworld of San Diego? This is our black vulture. This is Violet. Oh, yeah, you can clap for that. That's right. Yes, you can. That's right. So this is, you can stay right there. You are fine right there.
Yeah, I'm very nervous.
This is Violet. This is the black vulture. Now, black vultures are found in the southern, in the Americas and South American places like that. These guys are so important for the environment. Do you know why?
They pick up the roadkill.
Exactly. That is exactly right. They pick up the roadkill, and that's so important because they stop the spread of diseases like cholera, botulism, and all sorts of things like that. So these guys are so important. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to fly her off.
That's the last thing you see before you die, a vulture.
No, not at all.
Oh!
Isn't that beautiful? He survived. It was great, wasn't it?
But I love this. I love this.
Now, okay, you have the black vulture. They are beautiful birds. But you know, the next animal is a mammal. It's cute, a little bit more cuddly. I think you're truly going to enjoy. This is Boris, and Boris is there he is. He was back there primping a little bit.
Hi, Boris.
Boris is an Asian small-clawed river otter. This is the smallest species of otter in the world, okay?
Is it?
So, yeah, they're found in southern China, the Philippines, and Indonesia.
What does he like to eat?
They eat all different types of fish. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take Boris, and we're going to put him in the pool over here so you can kind of see more of what they do in their natural environment.
Okay.
Now, they go into their pools, they swim around. This is nice and perfect for him. He uses his paws. You heard a little vocalization.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Oh, my gosh, he sounds like a baby.
Exactly. They have about 13 to 14 individual vocalizations that they do, and they live in family groups, so it's very cute. They live in fresh waters, rivers and lakes, so it's important to keep our rivers and lakes things. But our last animal also lives in freshwater places too, but here in the United States, and that's Garfunkel. He is, well, he's going to make his grand entrance right now. He is an American alligator. This is Garfunkel. Now, if you want, you can touch him as well. Now, American alligators, this is a really
His mouth isn't taped up.
No, it doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be, because he is an animal that we work with on a daily basis, and he is only 7 years old. So there's a lot more predators out there that he's scared of than necessarily he needs to go after.
He's hard, but if you squeeze, there is some softness.
Exactly. Feel underneath. Go right underneath right here. Really soft. Very soft under there.
Garfunkel's a boy?
Garfunkel is a boy. He's 7 years old. And what's important about these guys for conservation is that there's lots of great organizations that you can work with like the Seaworld Busch Gardens Conservation Fund that works to help animals in their environment.
Yes. Is this the biggest Garfunkel will be?
No.
How big
American
will he be?
alligators can get to be about 14 feet. Yeah, I wouldn't be holding him like this, believe me.
All right, listen, this is what we're going. So far, so good.
Yes.
Up next, though, Jen has one last amazing animal friend. I haven't met this friend, but I can't wait. I didn't even know that they were real. Don't miss it. So far, welcome back. I'm still here with SeaWorld's Jenn Miller, and she's already showed us some really great animals, but Jen, please tell us about this one right here.
Well, this one is the slowest out of all of the ones that I've shown you today. This is a two-toed sloth named Tess, and she's from South America, and these are the slowest moving mammals in the world. Would you like to touch her?
I would like to condition her hair.
Exactly.
It is so dry.
It is very dry.
No,
what's really amazing about these animals, she is showing you exactly what she does, and that is that she spends most of her life upside down. They spend all of their time up in the trees, and because of that metabolism is so slow, they only go to the bathroom every 7 to 10 days. Now, yes, every 7 to 10.
Does she come down to go?
Yes, that's the only time she'll come down to poop and pee. That is it. The rest of the time, it's up. Everything is done up in the trees, and they hold on so strong. Look at these claws.
Okay, but they're so slow. Oh, don't other species want to eat them?
They can, yes, but they are camouflaged in their environment because these guys will be in their trees.
Yes.
Algae grows on them. That's how slow they are.
Oh.
Algae grows very slow. It grows incredibly slow on them as well. Would you like to feed one time?
No, thank you.
No? Okay.
I'm scared.
She's enjoying these
But
yams,
I will
though.
say, I thought that a sloth was a fictitious thing that people tell you move like a sloth.
Nope.
Wow. Go figure, Jen. This is such a great presentation. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
The animals are great. For more information, you can go to wendyshow.com. Keep it here, because we're going to be right back. The whole audience was doing the Gangnam Style. A mess. Welcome back. I had a great time today. Hope you did too. My co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, 3 outspoken personalities join me for our Hot Talk panel. And 2 lucky Wendy watchers are going to get incredible hair makeovers. I love you for watching today. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.